Kia ora YouTube whānau, my name's Rick and this is Rick the Maker. So today I'm going to be making something that I haven't made on my channel before. I'm going to be making a wand. So what I'm going to be doing first is making the handle piece, because I make the handle piece first and then I will actually glue on the handle, the longer piece at the end. So first I'm going to make this piece into the handle. I don't know exactly the design yet that I'm going to do on it. Usually I just get a feel for the timber that I'm carving on the lathe and see what it turns out to be. What I do is I drill a hole, just drill a hole in the end there with the drill press. It's an 8mm hole because I'm going to eventually turn an 8mm tenon on the end of here to go into the hole. Cool. So we'll do that. I've made this piece here so that it fits into the end of it. And this piece here fits onto here. Like that. Cool. Let's get into it. Here I'm just going through the different grits of sandpaper. I've just got 150 here. I usually start with 150. I usually get quite a good cut when I use the skew chisel. It means I don't have to do a huge amount of sanding going from 80 to the higher grits. So I just go 150, go through, usually do about 220, then to 320, and then last one's usually about 400. So here I'm just going to be putting on some raw linseed oil for the first coat. Usually I'll do one coat and I'll let it sit for about 15 minutes or so. I'll just buff it off and then put on a second coat of the raw linseed oil. Then after that I'll usually let it sit for about 15 minutes, half an hour, and then I'll come along and put on some like liquid wax, which I've found is probably the best that I've been using at the moment. It's quite good in the way that it gives it a nice sheen, but it doesn't completely make it gloss. It's really good. Yeah, pretty much just doing the tip. Do exactly the same things as what I did for the handle section, but just make it a bit longer really. I have a support that makes it easier to do long pieces on the lathe, because I've got such a long piece, the thinner that it gets, the more it wants to flex in the middle, especially with just that little bit of pressure on the end of it from the tailstock. So I made this here. It's just a thing that supports the piece. I actually made that to help. I can't get it exactly into the middle, but it just gives it that little bit of extra support so it doesn't flex. Alrighty, there we go. Now it's just the finishing touches, just getting this all finished up. Just got to do the tenon on the end, just make sure that it's going to fit nicely. Once I've done that, it's just a matter of gluing it together really. Just take a bit of either CA glue, sometimes I'll use wood glue. I find thick CA glue works a bit better, it just hardens a lot better and holds a bit more securely. Yeah. Well, if you like the video, flick us a like. If you want to see more videos like this, I've got heaps of different videos I'm going to be doing. Just consider subscribing and yeah, share if you want to. If you've got any ideas on any videos, just leave them down in the comments below and I'll see what I can do.